Hey, it's Shelly Rose of Me, art by the Métis Mama. I was gonna, excuse me, I was gonna come on and do a video on how to make these jumbo altered paper clips, but apparently I'm out. I didn't realize that. So I'm gonna have to get some more, so that'll be a video for another day. But I thought I would come on and work on doing another one of these altered books because I just love making them. This is one that I made to sell, but I fell in love with it and I decided to keep it for myself. And I shared this in a previous video. And I think what I really love about this style of book is the size and that it's a hardcover. So if you look back at some of my other videos, I should have one video that is like junk journals, altered books, or something like that. I forget, and I kind of go a little bit more detail, but yeah, I'll leave this here as inspiration for me, and I'm going to turn this one into something fabulous, I hope. So what I like to do first is kind of just flip through and see what pages I can remove, because I do like to take out a few pages so that it doesn't get too chunky. And I think this one would be a good one. Because it's right where the threading, how do you say that? Like, right, because the threading is right there. It was right there. So it's easier to bring it out. Whereas if you went on this page and try to take out these, it might be a little bit harder, but not really that much harder. So I'm going to take these two out, and these will go in my junk journal stash. And I think I'll take out, let's see here. This one. And let me see here. And maybe let's see, how's that? I think I'm going to do one up the front here. Probably this one. No, I like that one. Let's do this one and this one. Okay, there, that thins it out a little bit so it doesn't get too chunky. I wonder if I should take out one more. I think I might take out decisions. This one. Okay. I'm just pulling on these other pages to see which one it attached to. I think it's this one. I don't know. It's seems to be okay. Okay, that's good, I guess. So the next thing I like to do is just kind of go through and start doing things to this journal. So I'm going to grab a piece of paper just to protect the other pages. And we'll start here. Start right here, and I'm gonna start doing some stuff on here. First thing I think I'm gonna do is gonna take my archival ink. This is an old ink pad that's almost dried out, but it still has some ink in it. I'm just gonna go around and ink this page, get it started. So I keep those because I can use them for stuff like this. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab my sepia archival ink and just do some stamping. And when I do these altered books, I kind of keep, so I start by just going through and just seeing like what I could do to different pages. So kind of just do like prep work for each page, and then I'll go back again and add layers and different things. So okay, here's another one. This one I think I'm gonna throw down some tissue paper. So I'm just gonna grab some of this pattern paper and I'll just throw some down here like that. Now where's my, and I just used Mod Podge. This is just a matte Mod Podge. Grab my brushes. Okay, put a little bit too much down, so I'm just going to take some of that off. Okay. So, okay, good enough. And just take my towel here and go over it a little bit to get off any other glue that might have seeped out on the side. Okay, and now I'm gonna grab some paint or something. Let me see, what should I grab? Not sure how much ink I have left, or I mean paint I have in these paint pens left. I'm just gonna go around the edges here, frame it out. And then I'll grab some of my archival ink again. And I don't have a whole bunch of stamps. I have my favorites that I like to use. So let's just go with this one. I just do a little bit of stamping around the edges. Okay. Okay, that's good. So I'll just leave that one for now. Moving on. I always leave the illustrations intact so people can do whatever they want with them. Well, not always, but a lot of the times. Okay, let's do this side now. I think for this side, I'm just going to rip a piece of that off because it's bugging me. And let's just throw it in here. Like so. Might as well use it. Okay. There we go. So that's good for now for that page. Let's see what else. Sometimes I just try to be really quick when I do these things too, because if I overthink it, then a lot of times I just end up not liking what I'm putting down. So this way, oops, let's move that. Okay, where is my punch? I thought maybe I could do some, we can use some vintage book pages and do some punches here. Some different ones. Couple more, let's see. Couple dictionary ones. And there's a vintage hymn page. Just throw one of those in. Okay. I don't need to use my big one. My big Mod Podge brush for this one. I'll use a smaller one. And then this page I'm going to do the whole page. I need to get some better lighting in here. It's okay, but it could be better, the lighting. Excuse me, don't start coughing. I've been taking Mullen and this other supplement to help me with my asthma. I guess I get so sick of it. Ever since I was a kid, I've always had coughing fits, and it's very annoying. And it's taken me this long to care enough to do something about it. I've just kind of gotten used to it, but I shouldn't get used to it. I should try to heal from it. I mean, I practice traditional medicine. You think I would focus on trying to help myself, instead of always my family. But as a mom, you naturally tend to sometimes forget yourself, and I'm trying to change that. Okay. I think I need a couple more. Let's do another one of these, and it has improved though over the years. I should have cut this first, but that's okay. Okay. And one more. Actually, let's do one more. Okay, I think one more right there. There. Okay, moving on to the next page. Do this one here. Should I put some more tissue paper down? Maybe a different one. This is my little tissue paper box. Let's do this one. I think I'll use glue stick this time. Where's my good glue stick? I think I left it upstairs. This is a good one though too. Here we go. All right. I really like this tissue paper with the gold hearts. Got it from the dollar store here in Rocky Mountain House, I believe, where I live. Let's see here. I really love using tissue paper in a lot of my mixed media backgrounds. Might as well use this last little strip. Put it up here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's that one. Moving on. Hang on, before before we move on, I'm just gonna wipe down any actually, you know what, before we move on, I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm going to grab my sepia and my makeup sponge. This is what I use for inking, because those fancy inking tools, I can't bring myself to spend that much money on. I'd like to, but I guess you could call me a frugal crafter. I like to spend money on certain things, but it isn't, I can't always do it, so that's good enough for now for that. Actually, I got some on this page, so I might as well ink this page too. Ink the edges too while I'm at it. Okay, moving on. Let's do this page too. I think I'll do some a little bit of collaging on this page. And you can see that I'm trying to keep the tones neutral because it's a neutral color book, but you don't have to do that. I'll probably do another one where I use more vibrant colors, but for this one, I'm going to try to keep it a little bit more on the sort of vintagey side. And I'm just grabbing things from my scrap basket here on the side and just throwing them down. I absolutely love doing collage. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm just going to collage this page. And I'm going to keep it neutral tones. Now, because I'm a children's book author, I don't typically like destroying books because I think I would be heartbroken if somebody did that to mine. Well, it would hurt a little bit. I'd have to get over it, of course, but it would probably hurt a little bit. And so I feel bad when I see books that are perfectly good being torn up. However, I do think that there's a place for that too, because there's a lot of paper waste, but also there's a lot of books, like I'm cream tea, so, and I know our history was written by non-Indigenous people, and there's a lot of lies and propaganda in our history. So I believe in using art too for healing, and I use a lot of, like, this is a hymn book page. To me, that's very therapeutic to use stuff like this, because our culture was basically we were not allowed to practice our culture, And my grandmother was forced to attend residential school here in Canada. So, and the Anglican, we were raised Anglican, and we were not allowed to, or not allowed, we were, not that we weren't allowed, but my mom, because of the, indoctrination, forcible indoctrination and the genocide that happened to First Nations people, Christianity became a huge part of our, I guess, culture. And so it's been a very healing way. Art has been a very healing way for me to express myself. So I often buy hymn books, and I use, I inked the wrong, that's okay, let's just use this side. Not inked, I glued the wrong side. But let's just use that side. Yeah, art has been very therapeutic for me, and there has been times when I bought hymn books and I could feel the presence of my ancestors around me when I would be working on different things, and I was able to release a lot of pain, because you carry the trauma of your ancestors if you don't heal from it. So I had been carrying my grandmother's trauma, and I didn't know it. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey. Let's just put it that way. I don't often share some of those little moments in my YouTube videos, but other people who know me in other platforms, they know those things about me, because I share that stuff to teach people that sometimes when you're carrying trauma, it's not your own trauma, it's your ancestral trauma. So and art can be such a great way to heal from that. They still try to colonize it though. You'll see people on social media, oh, you shouldn't be teaching art, this and that, if you're not a trained therapist. Whereas the New Age movement, a lot of times it further divides you from your community and yourself. So you got to be careful. Indigenous ways of knowing is very powerful, and you don't need to have a license to do your own healing work. Is it good to have support when you're doing it? Absolutely. But you don't need to have a license to work on yourself. It's just another way so that you don't do the work. They want They want to keep you more, they want to confuse you. They want to keep you separate from other people and isolate you. Yeah, it's very dangerous, the New Age movement, so you gotta be careful. Again, I put it the wrong way. Ugh, why do I keep doing that? This way. So I'm all about decolonization, and I wouldn't call myself a Christian, but I do believe in Jesus. I don't call him Jesus, I call him something else, but I also practice my native spirituality. So I believe all paths lead to God, even the New Age path, because I used to be a New Ager too. And if I didn't learn what I learned through New Age, I wouldn't be where I am today. So in that respect, I'm grateful for it, because it did teach me something. So I don't condemn it, but I just say be careful, you know, because there's a very dark agenda attached to it. Okay, I'm going to use some black this time to ink the edges. I just love making these altered books. They're so fun. If you don't feel like sitting down and making a big junk journal, because they can be a little bit taxing at times, like overwhelming if you're tired and you're like, but you want to create and you want to make a journal, this is a really fun way to make a journal, and you don't have to put as much effort in because you don't have to build the whole journal, right? So, okay, so there's that page, collaged page. And how are we doing for, it's pretty good. Okay, I just wanted to see how thick it was getting. Let's go here. Let's do this one. What are we gonna do here? Let me see. This is my little treasure box here. It's kind of a cute picture. Could add in somewhere. I don't know. Let me see here. Here's a nice picture of a bird. Yeah, so I don't call myself Anglican anymore, even though I was baptized Anglican. And like I said, I do practice my Native spirituality, but I'm not huge on ceremony. I do smudge. I do tobacco ceremonies whenever I harvest anything from the land. I do take my kids to sweat lodges. Like I just started doing that because they need it. It's great for detoxification, if anything, you know. Whenever there's any kind of cultural activities, I try to take them. So, but we're, you know, we kind of do our own thing, and you know, we're not huge into ceremonial life. My oldest son, who's 31, he is a bundle carrier, and he has his own headdress, and he goes to ceremony, and it's part of a Blackfoot society and all this stuff, and that's good for him. I'm proud of him for that. I am more about, I guess I'm more of a solitary practitioner. I practice traditional medicine. I connect with plants intuitively. I do spirit doll workshops and that kind of stuff, but should I put it on this side or this side? I think this side. I actually practice A Course in Miracles teachings, and in our indigenous ways of knowing, we also believe in something called living the Kiem life, which I truly believe is similar to A Course in Miracles teachings, where you recognize that behavior doesn't matter in this world, because it's just a dream. In our indigenous teachings, we believe that this is not the real world. It's just we call it the Great Mystery, and we're here to develop our souls. So it's like if you have a dream and you wake up, you realize it's not real, right? That's kind of the same idea. Where we know that the spirit realm is the real world, and this is not. So we don't take it too seriously. And through practicing forgiveness, we'll just rip some of these, which is thinking with the Great Spirit. Mindset. Thinking with the Great Spirit mindset of non-judgmental thinking, we can master living more in alignment with the Spirit. And yeah, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. Anyways, these are things I think about when I do art, so that's why I'm sharing it. So if you're watching my channel, part of my process of creating is thinking with spirit. And for some people, they might not like this, and that's okay. They'll listen to me talk and they'll be like, oh, I don't feel like dealing with that, or hearing that right now, because a lot of people don't want to face things like that, and that's okay. That's part of their journey. They don't have to do that. But if you're going to watch my channel, I'm going to talk about these things because it's just part of my artistic process, and it's something I enjoy. Okay, and I got this little screen paint pen, and I'll just do a little bit of dotting here. And then on this side, I'm going to put a place to journal. So, wait a second, where are they? I have to go get my other, hang on one second. Okay, I'm missing my cards. Where are they? I have these cards that I like to use for journaling. See if I can find some. Okay, I think I found them. I could do this one. Let's see. I was gifted a bunch of these different kinds of cards. This one might work. And I've been putting them in journals, and I've been using them in my own ephemera packs. Let me see here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is kind of like this one. It's got that big thing on the top that I would need to cover up. Or I could use this one. Do something like that. Maybe I'll do that. But before I do that, I'm gonna do some inking again. I'm just gonna take this and ink. Okay. And then I ink this too. Then they have a little journaling spot. I can put that right there. flower here too. So let's grab a glue stick. But a little bit too much came off there. Okay, let's do this, and then we have these wallpaper flower punches that I made. Put a few of these on the side here. Got a bunch of wallpaper from this place in Leslieville, which is a little community not far from here. So I've been like kind of going through these little by little, but I made a bunch of flower punches out of them. Should I do, I think that one would be better. Green. Okay. And I add them to journals and stuff. You're getting close to finishing. And then once this is completely dry, what I'll probably end up doing is taking a black pen and just kind of outlining it loosely, just to give it a little bit more interest. I don't want to do it now because if I get glue on the pen, I'll ruin it. Okay, so there we go. How are we doing? Okay. Let's just go through so far. What we did. So we did that page. We did that page. This one. This one. This one. This collage page. This one here. Now let's do this one here. What are we going to do on this one? I have this piece here that's kind of cool. It might make a nice okay, but before I do that, I'm going to grab some paint, like this darker green here, and it's gonna do this. And then I'll take some of that off piece of paper. Okay. And then there's another paper. And we'll just give it a quick blow dry. Then I'll add these on. more, so I'm gonna wrap this up. And we're almost done anyways. The inside anyways. There we go. And one more. And we're there, and doesn't want to stick. Didn't put enough glue on there. There. Oh, wait. I'll put a little bit there too. Just gonna use my finger. There we go. Okay. And then I'm gonna grab this acrylic paint pen and fill out any white spots, but also kind of frame it out a little bit here. Okay. There. And I think I'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up for now. And then I'll do a flip through of the finished journal, but I just wanted to kind of take you through the process of how I do these, altering these books. I think I'll do another tissue paper one. There's a nice pretty floral. Let's then I'll have to run to the store and get some more of those jumbo size paper clips so that I can do that tutorial for some of the people that have been asking me how I do them. They're really not that hard, but I understand that not everybody that watches these videos is crafty, and I do appreciate people asking and requesting things, because then I know that people like my videos. So thank you. appreciate all your comments and the love. I think I'll just tear this one off. Okay. I like that. It looks really nice. Okay, there we go. I'll probably do, I don't know, maybe that's enough. I think that might be enough. I'll definitely go through it though and see what else I can add, and I'll do what I did on this one, which is, because I like keeping the cover intact, so I'll just glue on a fabric tie like I did. This is because this is glued right on. I'll do the same thing here and tie it right in the front, and then I'll make some altered paper clips and add in like things like these are wallpaper flower punches. Here's a little paper waterfall pad that you can use for collaging in your journal. So, and then this one has a pocket here, so I'll probably put a pocket here as well, or one in the back. I might put one in the back this time. Yeah, we'll see what else. I'll do this and then we'll end the video. So this is what I do with these flowers. I just kind of go loosely around a few times. I feel like it gives it a touch of whimsy because I'm all about the whimsy. And maybe some of them can have center on them. There we go. I might as well put one on all of them. Okay, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys.